Alo, 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 alo. Dạ, bông, đời sao bông trang người ta đương bận tụ ấy nữa. Score rule. Ok, xong cụ đồng tí, cụ toàn mà. Bận tụ attendance, at count tế. Bận tụ participation có at count đấy. Bận tụ đãត្រូវដើម្បីបានជាប់គឺទី1បតុ quiz នេះបាទបតុ quiz យើងមាន quiz 4ដង4ប្រភេទពន្ធចាប់ឧទាហរណ៍ថាឥឡូវកំពុងតែរៀន Introduction to Cambodian Tax System ពេលចប់បងដាក់ quiz មួយចាប់មកប្រភេទពន្ធមួយទៀតដាក់ quiz មួយហើយបងនឹងប្រាប់មុនមួយអាទិត្យថាអាទិត្យក្រោយមាន quiz ជាងប្រភេទជា MCQ ឬក៏មានធ្វើលំហាត់ទី2យើងមានបន្ទុក midterm ហ្នឹងគឺយើងអត់មានប្រឡង midterm ដោយមុខជាផ្សេងក្នុងមួយសប្តាហ៍ហ្នឹងប្រឡង midterm សុទ្ធទេគឺយើងមាន practice tax simulation ការប្រកាសពន្ធប្រចាំខែ ongoing assessment អញ្ចឹងក្នុងមួយ term ហ្នឹងមានធ្វើអាច3ដងឬ4ដងឬ2ដងបាទអញ្ចឹងទី1ធ្វើជាក្រុមទី2ធ្វើជា individual អញ្ចឹងនៅមុននៅពេលនឹងធ្វើខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើ orientation ថាត្រូវធ្វើអីខ្លះបាច់បារម្ភទេណាយើងអត់មានប្រឡងហើយយើងធ្វើអាហ្នឹងដាក់បន្ទុកmidterm ហើយទី3បន្ទុកប្រឡង final គឺប្រឡង diploma ប្រឡងមួយដើម្បីប្រឡងជាបន្ទុក diploma បើសិនបើជាប់បន្ទុក50បាន diploma in CTAX មួយទៀតទឹក claim បានមួយមុខជារបស់ ACCA បើអត់ទេបន្ទុក final ហ្នឹងគុណនឹង 1.2 ធ្វើជាបន្ទុក overall បូកជាមួយនឹងបន្ទុក quiz និង midterm ខ្លាយជាបន្ទុកចុងក្រោយបាន60បន្ទុកគឺជាប់តោះណាបាទអញ្ចឹងគោលបំណងសំខាន់គឺប៉ុណ្្នឹងណាអញ្ចឹង attendance scan នេះមិនមែនស្ថិតនៅក្រោមការគ្រប់គ្រងរបស់ខ្ញុំទេដោយសារក្រោមការគ្រប់គ្រងរបស់ IT department អញ្ចឹងអត់មានបន្ទុក count ទេហើយ practice ក្នុងថ្នាក់គ្រូដាក់ឲ្យធ្វើដើម្បីជាចំណេះដឹងអត់មានបន្ទុក count ទេបន្ទុកយកជាផ្លូវការគឺ quiz midterm ដែល midterm ហ្នឹងគឺបានមកពី tax simulation ហ្នឹងបូកបញ្ចូលគ្នាហើយនឹង final ណាអូខេប៉ុណ្្នឹងណាហើយនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងនៅក្នុងនេះការពិតលោកគ្រូក៏ត្រូវបង្ហាញរឿង cost learning outcome អីផ្សេងៗប៉ុន្តែអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំចង់ផ្ដោតសំខាន់គឺលើរឿង score rule ណាបាទអញ្ចឹងទាំងអស់គ្នាមានសំណួរបាទបើឧទាហរណ៍ថា Mr. A គាត់ប្រឡងបានបន្ទុក50អញ្ចឹងយក50%គុណនឹង 1.2 បូកមួយ midterm បូកមួយ quiz ចេញជា overall score សម្រាប់ BA ប៉ុន្តែគាត់ក៏បាន certificate diploma មួយទៀតដែរដោយសារគាត់បានបន្ទុក50ជាប់អត់ដឹងទេអាហ្នឹងបងដឹងទេ អូខេសម្រាប់និស្សិតដែលប្រឡងជាប់ diploma CTAX អាចទៅរៀននៅសាលាជាតិថែម3 credit ទៀតគេនឹងឲ្យ certificate សម្រាប់ភ្នាក់ងារសេវាកម្មពន្ធដារបើសិនជាប្រឡងជាប់ diploma ដែលមានសញ្ញាបត្រចេញពី KMS ទៅមិនមែនជាប់ BA ណាជាប់ diploma អញ្ចឹងនៅសាលាជាតិពន្ធដារគេមាន9 credit ប៉ុន្តែបើជាប់ពីយើងទៅគេឲ្យ6អញ្ចឹងរៀនតែ3 credit ទៀតទេអញ្ចឹង3 credit ប្រហែលជាតាមចំនួនម៉ោងរបស់គេដូចជា25 10ម៉ោងខ្ញុំអត់ចាំទេណាអញ្ចឹងមិនបាច់រៀន the whole course ទេរៀនតែ3 credit ថែមទៅប្រឡងជាប់នៅខាងគេចេញ certificate ឲ្យមួយហើយអាចបើកក្រុមហ៊ុន tax agent បានបាទអញ្ចឹងវា benefit ហើយអ្នកនេះអាច claim ហើយសម្រាប់អ្នករៀន ACCA អាច claim មុខវិជ្ជា ATX បានសំទោស TX របស់ UK បាន ACCA នៅ KMS យើងអាច claim បានពីរមុខគឺ CBL និង CTAX អញ្ចឹងបើរៀន ACCA បើជាប់ CBL CTAX មិនបាច់រៀនម្ដងទៀតទេ exemption ពីរមុខហ្នឹងដូចជាប់របស់ UK ដែរអូខេបាទមកមានសំណួរអីអត់ quiz ចាំខ្ញុំដាក់នៅក្នុង Google Classroom ឲ្យថា quiz ប្រហែលភាគរយ midterm ប្រហែលភាគរយ final ប្រហែលភាគរយណាបាទនៃជា overall score នៅក្នុងហ្នឹងអូខេមានសំណួរទៀតអត់អញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលនៅពេលប្រឡងទាំងអស់គ្នានឹងឃើញមុនប្រឡងសាលានឹងចេញ docket ឲ្យបាទមុនពេលប្រឡងសាលានឹងចេញ docket ណានេះប្រហែលជាធ្លាប់ប្រឡងមានស្គាល់ docket គឺជាกระดาษដើម្បីយើងតម្រង់ជួរចូលទៅប្រឡងរយៈពេលប្រឡងមានរយៈពេល3ម៉ោង15នាទីហើយវិញ្ញាសាចាស់អ្នកណាដែលចង់ practice CTAX 3ម៉ោង15នាទីអូនយកវិញ្ញាសាចាស់ចូល KMS website ទៅឃើញហើយណាអញ្ចឹងវិញ្ញាសានេះ Cambodian tax ចូលកន្លែង final exam យើងមានវិញ្ញាសាតាំងពី2010នេះ2023ថ្មីថើម JJ នេះខ្ញុំអត់ទាន់ផុសទេអញ្ចឹងនៅនេះអាច practice បានអញ្ចឹង exam style ដូចក្នុងនឹងទាំងអស់បាទអូខេតោះមានសំណួរអីអូនអត់មានសំណួរទេសូមចាប់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងហើយនៅក្នុង group Telegram បើសិនជាលោកគ្រូមានឯកសារបន្ថែមគាត់នឹង forward ដាក់នៅក្នុងហ្នឹងណាបាទឯកសារត្រូវ extra reading អីផ្សេងទៀតហើយ textbook ខ្ញុំបានផុសហើយ lecture note ក៏បានផុសដែរសូមបញ្ជាក់តិចនៅក្នុង slide ហ្នឹងនៅពេលដែលលោកគ្រូបរៀនគាត់អាច update ភ្លាមមួយចំនួនពីព្រោះច្បាប់ពន្ធ update ថ្មីអញ្ចឹងគាត់អាចថែមថយនៅក្នុងហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងចាំ follow ទៅតាមគាត់ណាបាទតើអ្នកផ្សេងមានសំណួរអញ្ចឹងឆ្នាំទី3អត់មាន hybrid ទេឆ្នាំទី3គឺអត់មានអ្នករៀន online ណាបាទហើយប្រឡងគឺយើងប្រឡង physical អត់មានប្រឡង online ទេលុះត្រាតែគាត់មានបេសកកម្មឬក៏លិខិតបញ្ជាក់អីបានទៅរវល់ទៅក្រៅប្រទេសប៉ះចាំថ្ងៃប្រឡងមែនតើ final exam គឺបានការស្នើសុំទៅបានគេ reply ទៅថាតើគួរតែប្រឡង online អត់បាទមុខវិជ្ជាតាក់សិស្សច្បងថាពិបាកឬក៏អត់បាក់ទេ pass rate ជាទូទៅ30%ហើយអញ្ចឹងអ្នកនរគ្នាបើសិនជាលោកគ្រូបរៀនជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសព្រោះពាក្យភាសាក្នុងច្បាប់ពន្ធពេលខ្លះពិបាកយល់សូមស្នើគាត់ឲ្យបរៀននិយាយជាភាសាខ្មែរខ្លះទៅបើសិនបើអាចណាអាហ្នឹងអាស្រ័យលើអ្នកនរគ្នាទេតែលក្ខខណ្ឌគាត់ត្រូវបរៀនជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសបាទ ចឹងទាំងអស់គ្នាបើសិនបើមានសំណួរតាក់ទងនឹងមុខវិជ្ជាហ្នឹងអាចទៅជួបខ្ញុំបាននៅ LSC មានអ្នកស្គាល់ឈ្មោះខ្ញុំអត់បាទខ្ញុំឈ្មោះរស្មីជា course advisor នៅសម្រាប់មុខវិជ្ជា CTAX កាន់ឋានៈ master សម្រាប់មុខវិជ្ជា CTAX និងមុខវិជ្ជា advanced tax មួយទៀតបាទចឹងម៉ោងការងារខ្ញុំភាគច្រើនខ្ញុំធ្វើការពេលល្ងាចនិងពេលយប់ឬក៏អាចទៅជួបផ្ទាល់ឬ send email ឬឆាតតាម Telegram បើឆ្ងល់ឲ្យដាក់ក្នុង group កុំដាក់ private ព្រោះពេលខ្លះមានសំណួរដដែលហ្នឹងសួរច្រើនដងពេកអញ្ចឹងបើដាក់នៅក្នុង group ទៅឆ្លើយតែម្ដងចប់អ្នកនេះអាចអានអ្នកគ្នាបានបាទអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលប្រឡងមែនតើឈ្មោះអ្នកនេះត្រូវបាន auto enroll ក្នុងការប្រឡងគាត់ណាបាទខុសពី diploma ខុសពី non BA តើគាត់ request ចុះឈ្មោះប្រឡងបានតែ BA auto enroll ប្រឡងអត់អាចថាខ្ញុំសុំប្រឡង final term ក្រោយឥឡូវយកបន្ទុក quiz mid term សិនអត់បានទេបាទអូខេចឹងអរគុណច្រើនលោកគ្រូគាត់អញ្ជើញមកហើយគ្រូនឹងតមេរៀនណាបាទអរគុណខ្ញុំនិយាយគាត់ថានិយាយ score rule អីដែល hold for នឹងវាតម្លៃមកអីបាទអូខេណាចឹងតែសេះចាស់អត់មានទេបងស្មីគាត់អត់ចូលតែធ្វើនេះចូលអីយ៉ាងពិបាកនេះស្អាតបាទខ្ញុំជាប់មិនដែរណាអត់ដែរចាំមើលអូខេOkay, hello. Hello. Okay, it seemed like not that strong. Me too. Yep. Well, I'm here on Tuesday. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. We have a touching on the different type of tax. And yeah, as I already mentioned, we are not going to learn all kinds of tax. We're touching a little bit about patent tax. So we discussed here. Not that difficult, patent tax, as you can see, different taxpayer will pay different amounts of patent tax. The lowest, small taxpayer, just trying to recap what we discussed last time on Friday. No, it's Tuesday again. $100 for small, $300 for mediums. Per year is not much, right? But for we'll have a different rate for large taxpayer, starting from how much is it? $750 per year. If your turnover up to 2.5 million, but more than that, you need to pay $1,250 per year. If you establish a branch in a different province, then you require to pay another 3 million real
per year for each branch. Okay. Then, yeah, registration tax. We going to talk more. We have more detailed cost letter, but that's registration tax, or sometime someone will call what they call stamp duty. Yeah, but officially named is registration tax. Stamp duties, not only but most commonly used stamp duty, in general. Okay, but if translate into Khmer, we call Pon Pataptra. Pon Pataptra. That's only one name for in the Khmer language, but in English you can call the two of them stamp duty or registration tax. It's the same. So those related to transfer of immovable properties, 4% transfer of shares or companies, like 0.1%. No need to worry if you cannot remember right now. So we will talk in more detail later on, but just highlight what we, what it is. Yeah. Yeah. As you can see here, transfer of properties of the state or governments, transfer public building, all of those, or charitable organization also exempted. As you can see, if you running a charitable organizations, you pay no tax mainly, basically. Yeah. If you're doing business, you pay tax, but if you're running a charitable organizations, non-profit organizations, you don't need to pay tax. Yeah. Okay. But throughout the course, all kinds of tax that we learned, we also touching on the exemption condition and the different entities that we want to know. Okay. Stamp tax. Yeah. This is a kind of like it's similar to previously we called stamp duty, but some they put a different name, stamp tax here, but that's a fixed or a a fixed amount of tax that's supposed to pay based on law. Like you establish a company, close the companies or merge a company, one like a merge a company, 2 or 3 together to become one. So you have to pay like 1 million real stamp tax, or some will call stamp duty or something like that. Okay, 0.1 when you do a supply to the public, it's mean to the governments. Yeah, I go it quick because it's going to be we're going to discuss more detail. Yeah, I think we're up here, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Unused land tax also 2%. We already discussed that to prevent rich people to buy land and keep it for increase the value when they increase the value and sell for profits, and that's why the government introduced this kind of tax. Yeah, I think we are here. Or why we are like Friday? Maybe they keep not that one, right? Yeah. Why I have this? That's another class. Okay, our class is different. That's why I say, hey, why? I have all the written. No. Okay, this is our slide. Okay, okay, sorry. Oh yeah, here. It's correct. Okay, why don't you tell me early? Okay, we are up here, Cambodian tax system, 3 different taxpayers, and we're talking about it. Okay. Yeah, that is the classification of taxpayer, small, medium, and large. Mainly depends on turnovers, and secondly depends on the asset. And the third condition is legalities. We are talking about legality. So we're talking about physical persons, or you run a business as a what you call, like as a sole proprietorship. That's called physical persons. You and the businesses, as the same persons. But if you run as a legal person, the investor, the shareholders, and the company will be a different person. So when there's a transaction between the two parties, the law requires you to be fair, based on arm's length, based on market price, like just based on unrelated parties. Okay, medium also. If when you register as a legal entity, your registration will start from as a medium taxpayer. You cannot register as a small taxpayer. Yeah, all the governments, NGO, all of those, all under the medium taxpayer. Okay. Okay. So embassies, government entities, but maybe I want to ask you, what is the international organizations? What is the international organization? We know non-profit organization, we call NGOs, charitable organizations, for example, probably foundation, church, but what is the international organization means here? What kinds of organization we call international organizations? Huh? UN, World Bank, yes. Yeah, you are right. IFC, ADB, International of Red Cross, all of those. But those organizations called international organization. But non-profit organizations, foreign non-profit organization, are not called a international organization, which means some non-governmental organization, but foreign non-governmental organization are not called international organization, but they call international NGO or international non-governmental organizations. So the status of the two different. The international organization, they exempt from all kinds of tax. That is a global agreement, not just Cambodia alone, but any country in the world cannot tax this international organization. It doesn't matter what they're going to make, how much money they make. Like World Bank, they can provide a loan to you, you pay interest, you cannot deduct any tax. You have to pay them in full. IFC the same, ADB, apply the same things. So, but if you are international NGO, yeah, you're required to pay a certain type of tax. Okay, we will learn through it what kinds of tax of those international NGO should pay. But of course, as an income tax from income tax perspective, if you are running an organization for a purpose of not for profit, yeah, income tax is always exempt. But you exempt on income tax, maybe you pay other tax, maybe indirect tax, indirect tax, consumption tax, that's. But if you are international organization, you pay nothing. Okay. Yeah, a powerful organization, in the world. Okay. Yeah. Okay, for large annual turnover, more than 1 million for this is for agricultures. Okay, slowly. And if you are in like 1.5, just update a little bit, 1.5 million per year for trading and service. And if you are in 2 million per year, if you are in like industry. You produce something, you set up a small factory to produce whatever you want to. For agriculture, if you are in agriculture business, okay, if you generate $1 million a year, okay, more than $1 million a year, you will become a large taxpayer. If you are in the business like trading, buying and selling goods, providing a service, your annual turnover more than 1.5 million, you will become a large taxpayer. And if you are in industry, like small manufacturing, productions, then 2 million real. $2 million a year. If you're more than that, yes, you need to be to become the large taxpayer. Multinational entity, when they start to register doing business in Cambodia, it doesn't matter how much they make at the time they register. Yeah, they immediately, automatically become a large taxpayer, or entity or corporation. If a company like, for example, Toyota, yeah, they have so many office or company around the world, like Mini Beer, for example. Yeah, all of those corporations. And qualified investment projects. In short, they call QIPs. Qualified investment project is a certain type of projects that the government provide a tax incentive to them. When they invest in that project, the government will provide a tax incentive, which means they don't collect tax for a certain period, like income tax. Maybe they exempt on some consumption tax, especially as maybe you all know, garment factory. You produce clothes here in Cambodia. You can see so many garment factory, hundreds, thousands of garment factory, all they call QIP. So who is provide a QIP status? The Council for Development of Cambodia. The office is here, yeah, close to our office, on the east of Wat Phnom. So yeah, that Council for Development of Cambodia. So if you want to get a status as a QIP, you want to get an incentive from the government, you have to go and register your project there. Okay. You look at your project, you look at your investment, capital, and you look at, your what type of investment project you want to do. Then, okay, if you are qualified, then they will approve for the QIP. Then immediately, you must be a large taxpayer. Branch of foreign companies. Some company, they come to do a business here. They don't want to establish what they call a subsidiary. They register as a brand. It's a type of entities that a foreign company can do business here in Cambodia. besides register as a subsidiary, as a limited liability company. Because if you register as a limited liability company, that company will subject to, you know, higher tax, more tax. And for some projects, the foreign entity, they only register as a brand, because if they register as a brand, they pay tax on certain amounts of income that they generate. They are not going to pay all kinds of income that those foreign company will generate. Yeah, we will talk more about it. No worry, just the introduction only. That's maybe you say, why you don't register as a subsidiary? Why you register a branch? It depends on business activity. It depends on the project that you want to do. So the structure under every country, they will have that. Cambodia provide, you know, such kind of flexibilities. Yeah. If you look at our tax law, investment law, you know, we're quite flexible, but it's just about, you know, maybe when enforce it may not be transparent, and that's why, you know, sometimes this is kinds of you know, a problem. Okay, if you are in those category type of business, then you become a large taxpayer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, normally QIP, you know, they quite, because that's we call the priority industry that the government want to promote in order to, you know, improve our economics, Cambodian economy. Yeah, they said if you have this project here, you know, and doing here in Cambodia, you know, they will contribute a lot of, you know, a lot of money to our economy, and that's why they said, okay, fine, you will come, and then I don't collect tax from you for a number of years, up to 9 years, for example. They don't collect any income tax. Yeah, but they see why, if they come to do business here, you know, they employ employee, worker, all of those, they will pay for, you know, and then all of those employee worker get money, you go to buy something, you know, and then you can see the flow of the money in our economic cycle. Okay, but why we encourage this? Because Cambodia doesn't have money. Our people doesn't have knowledge and resource to do this business, only that a foreign company have. Okay, this is kind of like a system created for a long time, especially for poor and developing country, trying to attract, you know, investor from overseas. They say foreign direct investment, FDIs, foreign direct investment. So this way, by providing a tax incentive for a number of years only. Okay, then after, like, you know, Cambodia, we have a tax holiday for 3, 5, 9. It depends on the project, how big the project you are. You know, if you finish 9, you have to pay back tax. But of course, throughout the year, 3, 5, 9, of course, you can contribute. You know, provide a knowledge and skill to our local people here, so that in the future maybe you can do it. Yeah, that is kind of and I would say the attractions, you know, from the foreign investor. That's something we cannot do. Yeah, that's why, you know, that's why they need to offer something. I mean, in theory, yes, because you make more money. You see, if you make like more than 2 million, you know, like 1.5 or 2 million, you have to go to the large taxpayer. Of course, large taxpayer will generate more income, and then you pay more tax. Yeah. Yes, of course, but their income is huge. It just the government don't collect for a number of years only, just trying to attract them to come, and they come. Okay, but you'll be stuck here for sure. You know, I don't let you go. Zero. Gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20s. Yeah, but for QIP. But if you are not a QIP, you know, you become live, you pay full tax rate. Yeah, some country now yeah, that is, you know, that's kinds of a system created by actually created by World Banks and ADB, you know, they start to study, but now they seem a numbers, you know, recently they changed their mind. You say tax incentive for FDI, foreign direct investment, may not work, you know. Okay, I don't know. Some countries offer not tax incentive. They provide money to foreign investors. Okay, if you come to invest, this is my priorities industry. Let's say you want to focus on, now Cambodia government, let's say, focus on EV, you know, EV motorbike, EV car, all of this, you know, from now until 2030. So then you want a car manufacturer want to produce EV car here. Some country, they will offer, I will build the factory for you. I will provide a land and build a factory for you. You just bring in the equipment and, okay, employ the worker and do the work. But I'm not going to provide you any incentive, something like that. Like India, they attract, you know, Apple to move the factory from China. They spend around $2 billion to build, you know, to build a facility for Apple to move from China to India. So yeah, but Cambodia government doesn't have much money. What we can do is, okay, you invest, you put money, you build facility, you do all of this, but I don't collect tax for a number of years. It's just an exchange of a benefit. The same, you know, when you start to negotiate with someone, you know, they ask you to do something, you know, sometimes they look at, oh, what benefit I could get if I, you know, do the business or work with them. Okay, we're talking about tax system that classify taxpayer into three different taxpayers: small, medium, and large. Okay, but at the same time, tax law also create a rule for them, especially for accounting. As I said earlier, you know, tax law combined between accounting rule and legal, you know, legal aspects. That's two aspects combined together. We call tax law. So yeah, we create a rule, we get an accounting rule for them. If you are a small taxpayers, you know, talking about small, you're talking about how much turnover you earn a year to 250,000 US dollars a year, not much, right? So if you are a small taxpayer, you earn only around $250,000 a year. Yeah, it is not much money. And if you don't generate much income, of course, you cannot employ good accountants. You cannot employ come at graduate to actually work for them. And that's why the tax department, they create called simplify accountings for them. Yeah. Which means they are exempt from complying with the CFOS. Yeah. So for small taxpayer, you don't need to prepare your financial statement based on Cambodian International Financial Reporting Standards. Okay, you don't need to follow it. Only medium and large. Yeah, if you are medium and large, you're required to comply with CIFOS. Okay, I don't need to talk about what does CIFOS mean, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe you're not familiar with what we call simplified accounting for small taxpayer. Okay, we'll talk about it. Okay, simplified accountings for small taxpayer. You know, what kinds of report you need to prepare. 4 different reports that you need to prepare. First is purchase day books. Purchase day book. So it's just maybe you know, a list of what to purchase every day. You know, if you purchase, let's say office supply. Okay, I record I purchase office supply $10. Oh, I pay for electricity bill. Okay, $25, then you record, just record. Can be by hand, record like handwritings on the books you purchase from somewhere, or you can, if you know how to use Excel file, then also can. So it doesn't matter. You can be hard copies record, or soft copy record. Okay, you record all your purchase every day, and then the same, sell, your sell, how much you sell each day, the amount of sale that you make every day. Just one line, yeah, single entry, books. No need to do debit credit or something like that. No need. Inventories, yeah, just record inventory, how much the inventory you have, the quantities, the amounts, and the values of the inventory, just a single entry. And last one is the list of fixed asset listing. So this is a fixed asset listing, but here, when they introduce, a one tax system here, only sale asset system, and classify taxpayer into 3 different taxpayer, and introduce a simplified accounting for small taxpayer. They also offer some sort of a rule when you supposed to record your fixed assets, the value of fixed asset you're supposed to record. In case you do business before you do tax registrations, right? If you run a business as a sole proprietorship, sometimes you don't want to register with the tax department immediately, and then you do business first, you keep sell, buy, and see that, oh, now I meet the threshold, and you go to register with the tax department. So of course, during the business operation, maybe 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So you actually having asset, having asset in your, in your business already. And then, you go into register with the tax department, and then the tax department say, okay, fine, I approve for your registrations. Okay, starting from when? Let's say starting from today's. '24. Okay, then, okay. If they say that your business, your tax registration starting from 18 July 2024, then you have to prepare a accounting record, all of this, what is the beginning balance of asset, of the asset that we have. So then you can see, hey, I have a number of assets that I use for 3 or 4 years, 3 or 4 months, for example. But when I purchase, that's the price will be different. But if I use for 3 months, the price is still the same, or the price will be different? Will be different, right? Used product cannot sell, at the same price you originally purchased. Okay, the tax department, they understand that's problems, then they provide a solution for you. Say, if you don't want to have too much headache, it doesn't matter how long you use this asset. Okay, you can record as the beginning balance of your asset by recording 50% of your original purchase price. Okay, if you purchase, original purchase price is 100, then now at, at 18 July 2024, you can record only $50, 50% of it. Or if you are not happy with the 50% price reductions, then you can use we call market price. What does a market price mean? What does a market price means? Yeah, I know it's Khmer. It translates into Khmer, don't like deep sa. The current price? Yes, that's the current price. Accounting we call yeah. So market price under tax law, they interpret in this way. I mean, the price that you agree on a product or a service with unrelated parties on a condition that you have at that times, at that place. So it means a price you agree with the third parties, third parties, which means based on the condition of the products, based on times, based on place. So what is unrelated parties? What is the unrelated parties? Okay, you and I is unrelated parties. Family members, is really related party, but we count under the Cambodian laws mostly. You, your parents, your grandparents, you, your children, and your grandchildren. So in Khmer we call Yetika Pabal. That's related, but not sibling, not sibling. Sibling, not a related party under the law. Most of it, your cousin, sibling, including sibling as well, and cousin, not related party in certain condition. But if a company, if you want to get a market price as a sole proprietorship, you cannot. What you're supposed to do is maybe you post online, try to put the product for sale. So, and then do like an auction on online auctions. Okay, say this condition, how much you offer for this products? And only unrelated party, maybe to your friend. Your friend is still unrelated party under the law, even very close. Then if they offer more than $50, okay. If you say, okay, this product offer $80, and then you capture that document, and then you record $80. When the taxman coming and say, why you get 80? Okay, because I record my market price. Your rule allow me to record market price. And they say, how you justify the market price? Hey, I do online auctions, and then one customer, 2 or 3 offer me $80. Okay, some will offer 70, but you always come, with the highest $80, and that's why I record 80. It is possible. So that is a rule for a business that already run for a number of months, a number of years, and then register with tax department after later. But if you don't do business, you are a very good citizen. So tax law say if you want to do business, you have to register with tax. At the time you don't have a sale transaction yet, you still can register, right? Register on the dream business income. Here, you can register based on a dreams that if I run a business, okay, I will generate turnover within 3 months, $15,000, and tell to the tax officer. They will, register for you. Don't need to show that, the exact amount of sale you have. So you can also do that, no problem. Even now, last month, the tax department issued a new notifications, encourage all the business, not just small, not just medium, not just large, micro business. Micro business means when you do a business, you generate income less than 62,500. This is the threshold to become a tax register. So if you make money less than 62,500, based on the current tax law, I already explained to you, you are exempt from all kinds of tax. Under tax law, they said you are under micro business, micro, small. Yeah, but they say, oh yeah, if you micro, you under, the threshold, you can also register. I'm very happy to register for you. Okay, but in that notification in the notification last month, they said the tax department will provide the tax holiday for 3 years. Yeah, for 3 years. If you volunteer register, but if you are micro, you exempt forever. Why you need to register? I looked at that notification. It seemed like like a joke for me. Yeah, small, medium, and large, fine, no problem, volunteer, because they are a tax, they are, they are a taxpayer that they need to pay tax. But for me, micro and the current tax law, they all exempt it. But I don't know why they put this. A lot of my friends, they send a text to me. They make fun of these notifications. And this one, I met with one of the foreign investor, and they're asking me why the tax department issue this. Is like a joke, a joke to them. If you exempt forever, why you register? It's a trap. Okay, so for small taxpayer, yeah, you do we call simplified accountings. You just record, like single entry, what you purchase, what you sell, inventory, and fixed asset list. For depreciation, but you small taxpayer, you can also do depreciation. So your depreciation rate is 30% of 30% decline balance method, not straight line. Decline balance, I know. So it means 30% on net book value of that asset. You can claim as depreciation. Only one rate. Okay, throughout the course, or the final exam, we are not talking about small taxpayer, because we study at this level. You are not going to go to work as a small taxpayer. But of course, maybe you run a small business after graduate. I don't know. Maybe now you're running it, but it's not complicated. It's just like that. But our course is not cover small taxpayer tax obligation. We only cover medium and large. But it's good to know. Question? Do you have any questions? No? Yes or no? No? Okay. Oh, okay. If you are a taxpayer, you can see that you need to pay tax here in Cambodia. How many type of tax? Yeah, 14. Okay. Too many. But of course, throughout the course, we don't learn about this tax. Oh, this tax, we have tax on profit, but now they change new term, tax on income. Value added tax, VAT, tax on salary, specific tax on certain merchandise and service. Okay, just last year they cut the name of tax shorter. They only say specific tax. Yeah, specific tax. Tax on immovable properties. Okay, we will learn about it. Public lighting tax, accommodation tax, registration tax, we all learn. Unused land tax, yes. Stamp tax, not really. No. Yes, stamp tax here it's mean a tax on like billboard, leaflet of a company, to do it for a marketing purpose. So this type of tax, the government already fixed the rate based on the size of your marketing material, billboard or leaflet you make. It depends on also the language and whether black and white or color. Okay, if you design 1 square meters of billboard, Khmer language plus foreign language and color, this is the rate you need to pay. But if no Khmer, only Khmer, no English and black and white, okay, this is the amount you need to pay. So they have a fixed rate already. Then we don't need to learn about it because there's no room to argue with them. So, and same tax on transportation means, this is transport tax, you have to pay also a fixed rate. It depends on the size of the engine, and it depends on the years that of that automobile, of that car. Tax on property rent, yes, not difficult, but we learn about it so that after you study about it, then you can go and pay tax. Patent tax, we talked about it already. Capital gain on individual, also no, yeah, because you know, they don't implement it yet. So they said they're going to implement next year. So yeah. So if they implement next year, then probably this, you know, the CAMAT will include in the program. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, we will learn for how many type of tax? At least 11. Yeah. 14 minus 3, 11. Yeah, the most difficult one will be income tax, and second VAT, and salary. Yeah, on in the order. Yeah. Okay. Income tax, you probably, you know, during exam you will get around 30. I was saying around 30 point. VAT is around 20s. Salary probably 15s. Yeah, this is around 15. This is 20, around 30s, you know. And the rest is, you know, cover all the other tax, maybe 4 points, 6 points, you know, yeah, small tax. Yeah. Don't worry, I will try my best to tell you which area you need to learn, you know, each type of tax, so that you can pass the exam easily. But as you know, the Cambodian diploma tax is an ACCA program. It's not easy, you know. A lot of you know, a lot of confusions, because examiner they would like to have the qualities, you know, students, and that's why a lot of trick and stuff. Yeah, this term, you know, Rachma just told me the pass rate is dropped compared to December last term. Okay, because of the question is harder than December's last term. You know, the level of each exam not the same. It depends on the moods of the examiners. That's me. Because I see, you know, some term is too easy, the pass rate is high. This term more difficult, you know, the pass rate is low. But why they should go the same, But that's why I say, you know, it depends on the mood of the examiner. But I noticed this. If this term, you know, they said you know, this level, the pass rate is high, and then next term they will increase. And if low, and then they will drop a little bit. Maybe you are lucky because this term is the pass rate is too low, and maybe December exams question will be a little bit low, a little bit easy. I cannot guarantee, but I just noticed based on what I have seen. But of course, you know, not just pass the exam, but learn for your career, learn for your job. You have to learn. Okay. Yeah, we are not covering this course talking about import and export tax or custom excise. That a different course. If you want to learn, you can go. Now the only a place that you can learn custom school, you know, yeah. If you want to learn about it. But I don't think it, I should recommend it, because as accountant, sometimes import and export is not really relevant to you, you know. But if you want to become a custom agent, you know, helping import and exporter to get the good in and out, yes, that's a good, because that's another job, you know, as called custom agent job. In Cambodia, you know, if you are a good agent, you have a good connection, you know, with the custom officer, you can make a lot of money. Well, I know so many of my friends, they do, and they start work as an accountants, and then they see that, yeah, accountant, salary is increased a little bit, bonus. Okay, they change the job, they become a custom agent, they can make a lot of money because they can negotiate with the custom officer, because they are the one who dealing with import and export. If they know the law, they know the rule, and then they try to negotiate, because Cambodia, import and export is not transparent, a lot of corruption, and that's why the way that they can make money. Import and exporters don't know. Yeah. And then they say, oh yeah, this, because why? Import and exporter, they have the pressure to actually get the good in and out. If they get it slow, they cannot get the good in, they have problem with their supply. They cannot make money. And that's why they have a pressure to actually follow. Oh yeah, if you pay me this much, then I can get the good in faster. If you pay me low, okay, take 1 week. Pay me this amount, 3 days, something like that. Yeah. Importer and exporter love to get the good in and out faster. Okay, so here we talk about patent tax. Yeah, yes, one of the 11 tax that we need to learn. Now we learn patent tax for small taxpayer. Actually, I ran through it quickly early on. $100 a year, not much. You are a small taxpayer, you pay patent tax. Patent tax is some country they call business tax, but Cambodia is patent tax. Many investors from Europe or US, they also confuse, because talking about patent tax, they're talking about the trademark, brand name kinds of payments. But patent tax is when you run a business, it doesn't matter what kinds of business you are doing. If you are small taxpayer, you pay $100 to the tax department. So the deadline is by 31st March each year. Okay, and for medium taxpayer, 1.2 million Khmer Rial, equivalent to $300 a year. The deadline is the same. Small, medium, and large, the deadline to pay patent tax is the same. Okay, but for large, if you generate income up to 2.5 million Rial, it's equivalent to 10 billion Khmer Rial. You pay patent tax 3 million Rial, equivalent to $750. Okay, but if you generate the turnover more than 2.5 million, then your patent tax is 5 million Khmer Rial and equivalent to $1,250 US. Also not a lot. Okay, if in case your company is big, you want to open a branch in other province, then you need to pay, different province, you need to pay each brand per year 3 million Khmer Rial, so around 750. If you open a brand, in 10 province, then you pay 10 patent tax, But if you open a brand, if your head office is here in Phnom Penh, and you open a brand still within Phnom Penh, area, you don't need to pay. And when you open 100 brands. But if you have a head office in Phnom Penh, and then you want to open the brand in Kandal province, you need to pay 3 million Rial patent tax per year for that branch. Okay. Okay, everyone get it? It depends on the head office where the head office are. If the head office in Phnom Penh, you open a brand in Phnom Penh area, even though in different sankat, you don't need to pay additional patent tax. You only pay once, maybe 3 million Rial or 5 million Rial. But if you open a branch in Condal province, Kampong Speu, yeah, you need to pay patent tax, additional patent tax 3 million, Condal province branch and Kampong Speu province branch. Yeah. Okay, so that's for light taxpayer. But why is not for mediums? Yeah, for medium, as you can see that medium, not that big business, you know. Rarely they open a branch. If you open too many branch, they will upgrade you to become light taxpayer. Yeah, and that's why if you are medium, you are not. It seems like from the business model perspective, you don't need a branch, and that's why there's no rule that if you are medium, open the branch, then you need to pay additional patent tax. Oh, this is patent tax. So not difficult. You know, they have a rate for you to pay. You know, it depends on your tax, the status, and it depends on your turnovers. That the fixed rate, you cannot negotiate anything like that. I think the registration tax, or you mentioned that what we call stamp duty. So this tax is related to transfer of immovable properties mainly, but they also apply transfer of, you know, transportation means like car, motorbikes, also need to pay, but mainly they focus on property. If you transfer properties from one person to another person, whether natural person, physical person, or legal person, you need to pay registration tax at the rate of 4%. And also 0.1% when you're selling share of a companies, selling share of a legal entities. Yeah. Okay, no worry, we will talk more about it. And you know, because we have a subject, tax registration tax or stamp duty, a separate subject. Okay. Yeah. Tax exemptions. Yeah, the government property, government transfer is exempt. And yeah, we discussed early on about charitable organizations, non-profit organizations, international, all of those diplomatic missions, all of those entity is exempt from tax. Yeah, stamp tax is similar, you know, like similar stamp duty or registration tax, but this type of tax is a fixed rate on some transaction, which is the company establishment, company, close companies, merge company together, 3 company together, you need to pay a fixed tax 1 million real. And if you do a supply, you know, or transfer of share, or we already said, or supply of good to the government, you pay 0.1% on the contract. Yeah. Yeah, this is the tax that actually introduced for a long time, since 1995. The rate is 2%, 2% on unused land values. Unused land value is the government assessed value. So the government will, you know, I already briefly discussed early on that they introduced the tax, not only Cambodia, but many countries doing that, you know, our neighboring country, Thailand, Vietnam. Yeah, they also introduced this tax in developed country, Europe, US. They also introduce the same, even more expensive. They up to like 5, 10, 15, or some area up to 20% of the property values. Why they doing that? You know, the government trying to prohibit or trying to prohibit the rich people trying to buy a property and do nothing. Just keep it when the value increase and sell it. So if you buy so many land and you don't do anything on land, so I mean, there's no business activity, there's no economic activity. So, and then, I mean, there's no income will flow into the countries and the people. Yeah, the poor have no land, no work, cannot do anything. So no income, you know, can be generated. Yeah. Actually, unused land, they have an exemption on the you know, like agricultural lands. Yeah, agricultural land exempted from unused land tax. Yeah, we will talk more about it because there's a new rule and policy because based on a lot of based on you know Cambodian based on our Cambodian people, you know, complain unused land tax is too expensive, 2%. You know, no one actually have money to pay. If you actually own land, a piece of land, like some, you know, somewhere in Phnom Penh, you want to rent, but you cannot rent out. Let's say the land now is value $1 million, 2% on 1 million, $20,000 a month, maybe. Yeah, we will talk more about it. What is the new rule and how we can get away with the unused land tax? Yeah, maybe based on your example, plant one apple tree, but Cambodia, can we, you know, our land can plant apple tree, but maybe we can plant mango. Okay. Okay, this is tax on transportation means. So they, yeah, you already know, you know, this, the tax that they collect on a yearly basis by November, end of November. Transportation mean car, truck, ship, all of those. The government will issue the rate for you. It depends on engine size and the years of, you know, of the car. You can pay through the banks. Okay. And this is the exemption, like motorbikes or tricycle or tractors, whatever similar, you know, type of vehicle. If your engine size just up to 150 cc, like motorbikes, you know, a lot of motorbike used by our Cambodian people, you know, most of it will be 125 cc, right? Yeah, some will have more than 125, but if you less than 150 cc, then you are exempted from transportation tax. Ambulance, truck, all kind of transportation mean belong by army. You know, it's not irrelevant. It's not relevant to us, all of this. But as you can see, all embassy, international organization, or technical cooperation of other government. Technical, they said agency of technical cooperation of other government. Do you know who they are? We know international organization, but what is the agency of technical cooperation of other governments? No, embassy, we have different type of it. Yeah, rich country, they have that. Poor like us doesn't have. We don't have money to support the poor country. We only ask from them, ask for loan, ask for help. Okay, rich country, they will have. Like Japan, they call JICA, Japanese International. Have you ever heard Japanese International Cooperation Agency? US, we have. Okay, United States of America, you know, and Austria, we have Korea, they have what they call COI, yeah. No. COI, right? CA, yeah. Yes, this is we call Agency of Technical Cooperation of Other Governments. So yeah, Cambodia we don't have, hopefully, but don't worry, we might have in 2025, because based on the government prediction, we gonna become rich another 26 year, in the 26 year later. Okay. Yeah, at the time maybe I'm not here anymore. No, I'm kidding. It's too long. I want to be rich tomorrow. Yeah, tax on property rentals. So this tax is we impose on, rental of land and building, but they apply only when you are, we call estimated taxpayer, or we can say non-registered taxpayer, which means if you are non-registered and I also non-registered and I go to rent your land and buildings, then you as a property owner, the owner of land or building, you need to pay, we call tax on property rental. The rate is 10%. 10% on rental fee. Okay, you collect every month, you pay 10% on the rental fee to the government. Who is the one who need to pay is the owner of the building and land. So this tax actually introduced long time ago, 1995, but never implemented effectively. I think only 1 or 2% of taxpayer pay, this what we call property rental, because like I said, they don't know, Cambodian people, not most of them, they don't know about law, and even though they know, they don't want to pay. 10% is too much for them, let's say. But the exemption, if the rent not more than less than $150 a month. If it is less than, exempted, but more than that, you have to pay 10%. Okay, that's the rent between non-registered taxpayer, which means, everyone is not registered for tax. So you need to pay. We call tax on property rental. Maybe when you go back home today, ask your mom or your dad, say, do you have any property, you rent building or land to anybody? So if you say yes, whether you pay tax or not. Yeah. Yeah, rate 10. Owners or final beneficiary. Who is the final beneficiary? Yeah. Who is final beneficiary? Owner, yes, owner. If you have a documentation to say you have a names on that title of the property, yes, you are the owners. But what is the final beneficiary? Like inherited properties. If you are, the children's, the mother say, hey, this property is I'm going to give to you, okay, this is your inherited properties. You can enjoy staying it, or you can rent to someone else. Okay, if you rent, you have income, you just take it. I don't take it. You can use it for business purpose or whatever personal purpose. So then you are become a final beneficiary under tax law, and then you have, a tax obligation. If you rent out, okay, then you need to pay tax 10%. Okay, if you have that, please pay tax. Don't try to escape, please, because our government now need money. I last 2 weeks ago, I have a meeting with one of a director of tax brand, and he asking me about the economic situation here in Cambodia, why he cannot collect tax based on what he expected. I said, yeah, because our business is down, nobody make money, we cannot sell, and that's why no tax income. But now if you know about tax that you're supposed to pay and you never pay, please go and pay to support our governments. Okay, tax registration, you have an obligation. If you do business, you do business, you need to register. And the time that you need to register, within 15 days after the person begin economic activity. When you start doing business today, you have 15-day time to register. So law say that if you not register within 15 days, you will liable for penalties. Penalties, pay back all tax plus penalties and interest, whatever. Yeah, but not many small business doing that. Like our Cambodian people starting business, setting up a shop and then selling, and wait until the tax department come to knock the door. You've been doing business for a long time. Why you don't register? Oh, please, I don't know the law. Actually they don't know. You just know today, maybe. Yeah. So now when you're starting business, you have to register with tax 15 days after perform, a economic activity, begin economic activity. But in practice, if you start a business as a sole proprietorship, okay, sole proprietorship, you can wait. In practice, you can wait until the taxman come to knock the door, and when knock the door, you can also say, no, my business is micro, not small, okay? Because, I didn't make a sale up to, 26,500 yet. I only make less than that per year. So I'm micro, I exempt from tax, Yeah, you can say that, in practice, many will do that. And to me, I also, if you start like a small business, sole proprietorship, for example, yeah, you don't need to follow 15 days, rule. Yeah. Yeah, you have to register with the tax departments, and then you register, you get we call TIN, tax identification number. The 15 days registration at the moment, please don't forget, remember, sometimes they come out during exam. I see often. Okay. Filling the gap. Say, if you starting a business, the company required to register, for, how many, whatever day, ... and you complete 15 days or something like that. Yeah. So tax identifications, number. And when you register, the tax department have the right, they have a legal right to register. And what I said, they have a legal right to register for you. And they have a legal right to say when is the effective date of tax registrations. Can be today's, tomorrow, maybe last year's. Okay, it depends on their judgments. Okay, but usually when you register now, so based on my experience, even though you start business for many years, many years before, they normally ask you to pay tax just from the date that you register. Like, they're usually not trying to to ask you to pay all back tax. But only when you cooperate with them. Only when you cooperate with them. You can, because based on the notification I just mentioned to you, volunteer registration, even though you do business 10, 20 years before, if you want to have a tax payments just from the day that you register and moving forward, you have to go and register with them. Don't need them to come to knock your door. But if in case they come to knock your door, you can also have times. Maybe you have some sort of accuse saying that you are micro business, you are not small. Okay, if you win that argument, you save. But if you are not win, they will say, no, I don't accept your explanation. Please register within 30 days after this meeting. Okay, if you register within 30 days but after the meeting, they still consider as volunteer registration. So no back tax pay. But if you refuse, they will issue you with an official request. Hey, why you don't come to register 30 days after the meeting? And then they issue you the first official letter saying, please come to register within 30 days after this letter. Okay. Sometimes you also can refuse for the first letter. Okay. And then if you don't go to register, they will issue a second official letters to you. I give you another 30 days. If you come, you save. Okay. If you register within that, you save. But if you don't, they will, unilaterally register for you. Okay. They don't issue you a third notice, but they will come to you with a tax registration. Okay. And that they will request to pay back, up to 10 years back tax, plus penalty and interest. So be careful, cooperate with them. When they come to your place, be nice to them. Be nice to them, ask them to sit down, offer him coffee or teas or, like cool waters and speak nicely. Maybe you have a chance to escape from paying tax. But if you rude to them, I think that's just, it's not recommended. Yeah, like me, when I start my job, my first job at KPMG back in 2004, that's me. I have, I'm very proud of myself at that time, long time ago, we worked for big international accounting firm, advisory firm. And when I go to meet the tax officer, we are talking about accounting, tax law, this and that. They don't even know. Every time I go to meet them, I bring the tax law, I say, but every time when I talk to them, I say, are you sure that the law said that? I said, why? Because the law said that, which law? They said, ask me which law. I go back to my office, I bring the law. And then it's a gesture of, inappropriate from their perspective. They said, you are so rude. And then they're not cooperative. They are not, they're trying to kick me out from the office many times. Yeah. So 2 years of my working with them, I get 0 result. They already checked, everything I explained. Then 2 years later, I realized that I am at risk to lose my job now. Because my supervisor asking me, why you cannot get the job done? Why it take too long? Because I'm at the time, so rude. And then I change my attitude. Next time I go, okay, this and that, sorry, I make a mistake. I didn't know, I'm too young or something like that. Then the attitude change. Okay, fine, sit down. Let's talk. Okay. So yeah. So now if you have a chance to work with them, be nice to them, even though they're stupid. Don't try to say that you know more than them. Yeah. They will not accept it. This is a kind of like government officer mentalities. Some, but they have a good officer, but not much. I see less than 10%. But those good officer, you have no chance to talk to them because those good, they're just trying to hide themselves behind the scenes. Yeah. the rude guys will come at the front. They try to play we call a good cop, bad cop. Bad cop come first. Yeah. If you respect them, they will ask you, hey, talk to this person or something like that. Okay, this is just the flow of tax registrations. Where you go first. Where you go first. If you are an enterprise, okay, so you can go either maybe CDC if you are a QAP, investment projects. You have you want to do the project that the government prioritize for that sectors. But if you want to do business which is not under the government priority sectors, you can go to the MOC. But maybe some other entities such as associations, non-profit organizations, and charitable, or maybe like foundation, all of those. If you are doing a non-profit activities, you are not required to register with CDC or MLC, but you're required to register with maybe a Ministry of Interior for local NGO, but for international NGO, you register with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Yeah, you go Foreign Affairs or Ministry of the Interior, and after that, go to the GDT. Yeah, go to the GDT. So bring all documents that all relevant ministry and the government body approve and go to the GDT. Remember how many days you need to go? 15 days. So the 15-day count from the day that relevant government ministry approve. If you go to register with the MOC will issue you with an approval, and they say, okay, now we approve for your company registration or business registration, and then they put the date and signed by the responsible officer, and that's the date count from that 15-day count from that day. If you late for registrations, you will get penalties. At least we call obstructing of the implement of tax law. You will get 5 million real penalty. Yeah. Okay. So that's when you start business, and then you go to register with that relevant ministry, CDC or MOC. CDC, Council for Development of Cambodia. MOC, Ministry of Commerce. Yeah. Okay. Relevant government ministry, so far I know, Ministry of Interior and Ministry of Foreign Affairs for international organizations. Okay, that's a flow, But if you refuse to register, you don't need to go to this. This guy will come to see you. Yeah. If you want to play with them, then you don't need to register and wait for them to come to see you. Okay. Questions? No? No question? Easy, just storytelling. I keep saying, okay, tomorrow we will come to, we study about, salary tax. Yeah. Tomorrow we also have a class, we study about salary tax. So this is a kind of topics that you need to learn, because you will get around 10 to 15 points on this. Okay, have a good day. See you tomorrow.